Welcome back. This is Brian with ZimCo Survival, and I decided to go ahead and do a review for you guys, and this one is of the Sterno all-weather fire starting gel. I've personally, now there's a little bit of a backstory for this with me. When this first came out, it was between $15 and $20 for this bottle, which is 16 ounces, wherever you wanted to buy it. So I had watched some reviews and realized that this stuff was pretty much the same as hand sanitizer. So I didn't buy it because I thought that it was a waste of money. And at the time it was. $15 for basically fancy colored hand sanitizer was way too much. So when I was at Walmart the other day, I walked through their camping section to see if they had anything interesting. And I looked at this stuff. And it was $4.60 for this bottle. So I decided to go ahead and buy it. I paid $4.96 with taxes for this bottle. So I went ahead and I looked at a bottle of equally sized hand sanitizer, and I found out that the prices were pretty much the same between this and hand sanitizer. So I figured I'd go ahead and pick some up and see if it's really any better. If it's worth buying this over hand sanitizer, since the price is basically the same now. And during my testing, I found some interesting things out about this. Number one, it's made out of ethyl alcohol. This is not made out of the isopropyl alcohol that hand sanitizer is. Isopropyl alcohol produces a lot of soot when you try to burn it. That's why they don't recommend you burn it in alcohol stoves, because it'll make your pot black. This stuff burns very, very clean. In fact, it burns so clean, when I do the test for you guys in just a minute, you won't be able to see the flame. I haven't, not once during my testing, I've used this quite a bit, over half the bottle is gone. I haven't been able to see the flame unless it was pitch black outside. It produces such a blue flame that you can't see it unless it is pitch black. So basically, I decided to do some testing with this, and I found out that you can, unlike hand sanitizer, which gets very runny after you light it, it tends to run all over the place. This stuff doesn't. It sticks wherever you put it. So if I stick this to the bottom of a log and then light it, it will continue to burn on the bottom of the log. I never had it drip off or anything like that. So there's one benefit for this over hand sanitizer, is that it sticks where you put it. So you don't have to worry about it running and dripping in areas where you don't want it to. Plus the dripping reduces its overall burn time because it increases the surface area of the burn. So let me go ahead and do a test with this, and I'm going to test it directly against the rubbing alcohol, because it's the rubbing alcohol is the closest thing to this. Now, for those of you who want to know, yes, this will light with a ferro rod very easily. I have not had a problem getting it to light with a ferro rod. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do for you guys today. So let's go ahead and get to the test, and we'll talk some more about it after the test. Be right back. Hello, we're back, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but I actually put the stump up on a slant. So let me go ahead and show you guys. That way you can see if either one of them run. So first, I'm going to put down a daub of alcohol. That's the alcohol right there. And then I'm going to do an equal sized daub of the Sterno fire starter gel. Now, hopefully you guys can see it. I'm having a hard time seeing the camera. So let's go ahead. I'm going to pull out my timer. I will try to get these started as close to each other as possible. So let me go ahead and pull everything up for you. Alright. Now, go ahead and stroke the ferro rod here. Alright, neither one of them is lit. Alright, the alcohol is lit. The wind keeps putting them out here. Alright, so since the wind keeps putting them out, because as you guys know, alcohol in general doesn't burn well in the wind, I'm going to take a couple of cotton balls here, a couple of cotton rounds, and wipe this stuff off. And then we will put it on the cotton rounds to help it actually stay lit. So let's try this again, shall we? So again, here's the alcohol. And an equal sized amount of the fire gel. Let's try this again. Alright, that one's lit, and that one's lit. Alright, so let's go ahead and start the timer. And the timer has started. There we go. Let me go ahead and separate these out a little bit, because the wind is blowing them together. Alright, yes, I know you're not supposed to do that with a knife, but it's all I had. So we will go ahead. We're at 20 seconds right now. And I'm just going to let these keep burning. I'm not actually going to pause this or skip forward any, because I want you guys to actually see how they burn. This one here tends to bubble a lot more, the fire gel, which makes me believe that it might have a longer burn time, but I'm not quite sure. So we'll just let these go ahead and burn away. Now, one thing I want to note about the Sterno is, again, its price is about the exact same as a bottle of hand sanitizer. One thing that I have noticed, when I put this on the bottom of a log, like I said earlier, it tends to stay right where I put it. But if I do the same thing with hand sanitizer, it tends to drip off. I haven't tested their burn times against each other yet, so I'm not sure which one is actually going to burn longer. So we'll find out during this test. We're at 1 minute and 30 seconds right now. So let's just sit here and see which one dies first. Alright, and the alcohol is burned out at 2 minutes and 55 seconds. The Sterno is still going, although it looks like it's still putting off a good amount of heat, but it looks like it's about to burn out, so we'll see. It's still lit. Alright, and it went out at 4 minutes and 5 seconds. So let's see if you guys can see it here. There you go. Burned for an, let's see, burned for about 1 minute and 10 seconds longer than the alcohol. So let's go ahead and we'll head back to the chair, and we'll talk to you guys a little bit more about this, and I'll go ahead and let you go. And we're back. In this particular test, the Sterno 1 burned about 25 to 30% longer than the alcohol did, which I wasn't expecting since they're both pretty similar products. But the hand sanitizer just didn't seem to burn as long. Not sure why though, but it didn't. So the winner of this particular challenge was the Sterno all-weather fire starting gel. Now, like I said, price-wise, they're about the same as, you know, you're going to spend about $5 on this, and you'll spend about $5 on 16 ounces of hand sanitizer. So, you know, it in my opinion, if you're going to buy something for the purpose of starting fires, I'd go with this over the hand sanitizer. It just seems to work a lot better. Overall rating of the Sterno is probably, I'm going to give it about an 8 out of 10. It's a good product, and at this price it's actually worth buying. When they originally released it at 15 bucks, no, it wasn't worth it. But at 5 bucks, including taxes, I think it's worth buying. I think they could probably work on it a little bit more. You know, increase the thickness of the gel a little bit to help extend the burn time to about 5 minutes. But as it sits right now, I think it's a pretty good fire starter as well, so I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. But there you have it. There's my review. In my opinion, if you're looking for a gel-based fire starter, go ahead and pick this up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you so much, and have a good night. Bye-bye.